What's up, guys? Traders, today is Thursday, November 10th. Anybody up for some Red Bull energy drink in the markets? Actually, right now, the markets are not closed yet. And Dow's up 1,120 points. You know the drill. Big time. Up big time in the green. As you see here, this is real time. Markets, we still got another 25 minutes or so until trading. I got out earlier on my calls, actually down here, and I'll show you why. This is a good example. Let's see. This I got out, right here. I'm like, that's fine. That's good enough. This point is lower than this this point, even though the price is higher. So what I think we have going on right now is some manipulation. It's the market makers right now is trying to suck in the rest of the FOMO Johnny come lately crowd. So just be careful because I'm seeing divergence here, right here. See that? Higher to lower. That's lower to a lot higher. So at I think between now and closing, within the next 25 minutes or so, I think they're going to cut the tape on you. So I hope you're not holding on too long. I just say get your profits and get out. Um, because well, that's from a day trader's mentality like me. So unless you're a swing trader and you want to stay on in the game, go ahead. But from a day trader's perspective, I'm already seeing negative divergence here on the MACD 1 minute, and I would get out of there. Okay, so good enough profit for the day. Well, everybody already knows by now it is a big, big, big up day, and I want to cover some of the things I covered this morning, real time as it was surging in pre-markets when CPI came out. I think there's some shenanigans going on here now that I've had all day to think about it. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here is this morning's. There's month over month core inflation, month over month inflation, right? Core inflation 0.3, inflation 0.4. You want to know what went mysteriously missing? Look to the right-hand side. This is the Cleveland Fed. I know for a fact it's missing because I'm going to show you the evidence. It's gone now. Why would you blank it out? It's gone. This is the Cleveland Fed. And here is my evidence. My video I did last night predicting that it was going to crash today. Right here. Cleveland Fed. I showed it on my screen. Predicted inflation rate, CPI, to be 0.76. Core CPI to be 0.54. It's right there. Now, right, so inflation rate actually came out to be 0.4 and not 0.76. Core inflation came out to be 0.3 and not 0.54. So they were way off. That leads me to two possibilities. Either you were just way off in an honest miscalculation, or this morning's CPI is misleading intentionally. Intentionally low. It's one or the other, guys. Honest miscalculation, honest mistake, or it's a lie. Now, to quote another YouTuber who I do listen to, the Maverick of Wall Street, he calls it the CP lie. So it's one or the other. Yeah, I'll let you guys chime in. Which one do you think it is? I don't have an opinion either way. But there you have it. It was there, and it was supposed to be high, but it came in way low. You know, if I were to give you some conjecture, I think there is some manipulation here. You know, I think there is some manipulation, but I can't prove it. Now, what I do know from just a very high level understanding of this latest CPI that came out, the prices that drove CPI specifically, yeah, that drove CPI down, the primary determinants was gas slash fuel, and used cars. But shelter was up still. Okay, so yeah, that's again, I did not research it in detail. That's just kind of what I surmised from from today's CPI report. But anyways, there you have it. That was quite interesting. Okay, that I was stunned this morning when the numbers came out. You know, as I was doing the video real time, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I saw. So let's okay. Yeah, it's kind of peeking out a little bit, you know. So yeah, see that there's the MACD. It's kind of going strong down now. I'm not surprised. I mean, it had one hell of a day. Okay, I'd like to briefly go over what I see in futures right now, and then it has changed significantly. This morning, I started to discuss. Let me show you guys something. Well, let me go higher level first. Okay, weekly Nasdaq futures, weekly, real high level. That see that now 34.24. Okay, it's curling up. Okay, it's curling up, and it's about to not quite. It's still just a touch below the signal line still. I mean, it's when I zoom in, you can barely, yeah, you can kind of see some daylight there. Okay, so that's the weekly. Yeah, you know, this is a higher high than this. So from a weekly standpoint, see, it's just trying to get back to the zero line. So understandably, that's what it should do. And so, boy, let me jump over to the daily. Okay, let's get a little bit more granular. Okay, check out the daily. Check this out. It's crossed over the signal line, right? That's clear. That's a higher low than that. Okay, so having said that, because obviously today we will be closing in the green, we now have officially an end to that downtrend. At least a temporary end. I don't want to say the end, right? I don't want to call the bottom. See that? That marks the end of, you know, let me just draw a line straight through all this, of all of that. Because we have failed to get that higher low. But we have it now. It's right there. You're staring at it. because all attempts in the past to go up only resulted in a lower low down, right? It's just that's just the way. Even this big one here. Oh yeah, well, yeah, this big one. That was the June, June to August. Okay, so from June to August was all reversed, right? Because we've retraced more than 100% and gone even to a lower low, right? That's not debatable, right? See that? June, you know. And since then, we've been unable to get that higher low until today. There it is. Third, fourth, you know, there it is. So we have a new temporary bottom, in my opinion. Okay? The bottom, a temporary bottom is in. I say temporary only because I still question that CPI number. Something going on there, something funny going on there. Why would the Cleveland Fed take that away? If everything was on the up and up, why are you going to take that away from your website? Because it was there last night, right? See, something's not right. I think it was an oversight. They forgot to take it away. They already cooked the books. They just forgot. Oops, forgot to update the website until this morning because it was there last night. Okay, so um, we have a temporary bottom, guys. All right. Now, so this is the 1 day. Go ahead and clear that. So, you know, boy, I don't want to project because that has burned me more than not, but I'll just tell you, it's now pointed upwards, right? That is not deniable, right there. Will it get to the zero line and beyond? Well, that's what I will not project anymore because I've been burned too many times trying to do that. I'm just gonna say it's going up, heading that direction. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour chart. Okay, let's check this out. Look at that. Look at the 4-hour. Above. Rocket ship firmly in over above zero. Right. Last time we saw that, what happened? Right. Let's go right here. Last time we saw the red line, the MACD go above zero on the 4-hour chart. What happened? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So we're in for it. How many days is this? Let's see here. 10/17. We'll just go all the way here. 11/1. So we'll just call it 2 weeks. Just make the numbers easy. That's 2 weeks worth. I guess it depends on a lot of things, but it's potentially 2 weeks worth of rally. That'll put us right up against Thanksgiving-ish. Okay? So that's what we could be looking at, right? Could. But that's the 4-hour chart. And let's go to the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart. Because I'm going to call something out. I started to talk about it this morning, but I want to call this out again. I think it was the markets knew what was up. Markets knew what was up. And when I did that video yesterday, the MACD was still going down. It did because this is from this point on that's all after hours. See that? That's all after 4 p.m. Yeah. When I did it, it was around 4 p.m. ish. It was still going down. And that's when I said in the video yesterday, I said, I need to see what it does in futures and pre-markets. Does it curl? Or does it keep going down? I don't know, right? I didn't know at the time I did the video. But it went up. Okay? And I'm going to show you some examples. It went up in both extended hours and pre-markets. Up, 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 up. Kaboom. Because I'm going to show you two other examples in the past that when I thought about it some more today, I think the market's already knew. And so next time I see this, I'm going to call this out for you guys. Okay? All right. Now, I think tomorrow's going to be a down day. Reason why I say that, I'm already seeing some divergence right here. See that? When you want to compare that, obviously that's big time up, but that's going down. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a down day. We're going to see, yeah, but that makes sense. I mean, the Dow's up 1,100 points. You got to have some pullback. You can't just go 1,100 and then today and then another 1,100 tomorrow. I don't think so, at least. So, I'm seeing some divergence already. Not to mention the divergence I saw. Wow, you're not going down yet. I think this is the market makers. They're just pumping it. They're just wanting to get everybody in there. But see this, the MACD's flattening out, and I can make the argument it's slightly going down, right? Down-ish. But that's still going up, 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 up. Mm-mm. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at the 5-minute MACD here. It's curling up a little bit. See that? Whew. Yeah. We might be in for some more up. I might buy a couple more call options here. Just a little bit. Not. I don't want to risk too much. Since I'm more of a day trader, I prefer not to hold something overnight, especially calls. I don't mind like holding if I'm holding puts or something. That's a little bit less risky, right? Generally, but holding calls overnight to me as a day trader, uh, I try to avoid that if at all possible. But since this MACD is starting to curl back up on the 5 and on the 30, see that it's kind of curling. Whew. Might have to jump on in here and go get something real fast, just to get a few. Not too many here, but okay. So, anyways, let me clear the drawings. All right, I'm going to show you guys something, and let me put emphasis more on the MACD. All right, this is today. Look what happened last time. Kind of went up and curled up. Boom, exploded. Kind of went up, curls up. Boom, exploded. Specifically, I want to go back to. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This one. 10/21. That was that Friday when the Wall Street Journal secretly, mysteriously released the article that, well, the Fed's gonna in the next meeting, we're gonna have a discussion about pausing, right? That's what got the market all crazy, and that's what caused this crazy move. It was exactly at 8:30, like exactly. Well, this is the 1 hour, so it's gonna show the 9, but trust me, it was at opening bell. That was not a coincidence. Okay, now, okay, now that Thursday, the 20th, the night before. Yeah, here we go. Yes, 11 a.m. 20th and then 21st. Okay. If you recall, you may you may or may not recall the Thursday before this surge on Friday. This was the Friday surge. That Thursday, we were getting hammered from extended hours Apple and Amazon's earnings. They got slammed, right? It was that Thursday, I remember specifically. So earnings was horrible, and Amazon refused to even provide forward guidance. They're like, oh, we're not going to do it. Okay, that's like bad. That's what caused um, it was just bad all around. We're just falling and falling and falling. Okay, yeah, we fell. Yeah, 6 o'clock. I remember that. Fell even more. So it was like gloom and doom, right? Tech already reported Facebook's horrible, Amazon's horrible, Apple's horrible, right? Who else? Microsoft, Google, they dropped some eggs. Okay, that's what caused all this that week, right? So, but what happened? Look what the markets was doing on the MACD. Let's check this out. Flattened out. It's like it still wouldn't like it didn't go down even after Amazon and Apple reported uh, disappointing earnings. Basically, it was going down. I'll just kind of draw a general trend line like this. Right there. It's down. It's going down for the whole week, right? Kind of shut up, and then it was like, down, 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 down. But then all of a sudden, kaboom, boom. Let's let's draw this out. See that? I'm drawing this on the MACD. That's parallel, roughly parallel. All right, just general. Best, just drawing like a best fit line. But look at this. That is a bullish divergence on the MACD. There, right there. Higher low. Even though we're getting crappy earnings the night before from Apple and Amazon, you give it a higher low and you're just kind of hanging out, hanging out, hanging out. Kaboom. Okay. You weren't doing this like, oh, this down, 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 boom. No, you're just no, no, and then boom. Okay. So that's the 21st. Once again, let's just compare that pattern. Oops. I don't want to draw that line. Get out of there. Compare that pattern to today. It's like this is when crypto. We all know what's up with crypto. It's like, oh boy, here's the contagion, right? We're all scared. We're all skittish. Down, 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 down. But it's like, no, we're gonna kind of go up, 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 kaboom. See that? Everyone thought crypto, the news, right, was at the FTX exchange, and everyone thought, oh, that's it. That's the black swan. That's Lehman 2.0, right? I mean, we can all agree to that. That's what I was like, oh, yeah, I was questioning that myself. I'm like, oh boy, is the crypto collapse the next Lehman 2.0? Right? I was like, okay, I can buy that. That wouldn't take too much of an arm twisting. But yet, the markets last night and into this morning made a higher low, right? Let me draw that line out right here. That's a higher low compared to the whole week. And not only did it flatten out, it was going up and then kaboom. That a coincidence? I don't think so. It, same thing. Comes down, kind of makes, I call this a notch. That's a notch. A higher low notch. Similar to what I just showed you on the 4 hour. Remember that? Let's see here. Oh, is it? No, 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 it's not the 4 hour. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Here's your notch. Higher low. Higher low. Big higher low in the MACD's case. See that? Big time. Higher low. That's a notch. So let me go on back to the 1 hour. I was, here's another notch. See that? Higher low notch. Here, let me go to that. Wait, did I skip it? Oh, here we go. Oops. Higher, higher, low notch, kaboom. Even though that's a lower high up here. See that? This to that is not the same as this to that. That's bullish divergence. Bullish divergence. Where I'm getting at with all this is the formations taught over and over and over again. See that? Here's here, it's here, it's here. Oops, too far. Too far. Right here, this was the Wall Street Journal. We can call that a notch, whatever. It's a higher low notch. But it flattened out. Kaboom. It's a higher low. That is higher than that. Okay. Now let's go to October 13th. Right here, this bad boy right here. This is the big one. This was the big honkin' mama. Dropped 500, ended up today plus 800 something. Okay. Why don't we check this out? So let's see here. Big time higher low right there. Right? Can't deny that. Look at how close that is to the zero line. Right? It's and what do we know happened after that? Here, what do we know happened after that? I'm going to start from this point right here for a reason. And draw the best fit line right through the middle. If you take this big drop out, this is when the last month CPI came out. This is just one big continuation pattern, guys. It's a big bowl, right? Think about it. Down, down, down. Oh, let's just keep going this way. If you just take this out of it. Meaning, come on, there you go. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Okay. Clear all the drawings again. I mean, this is so close to zero. This is higher than that. That's clearly bullish. It's giving you hints. I mean, it dropped down, you want to call that a notch or whatever, it doesn't matter. Dropped down, boom, went up. It's like it's telegraphing what it's going to do already. No matter what happens. no matter what happens, like in this case it was CPI, it was actually a bad number. That's what made it drop like that, only to just crazy come back up, whipsaw back up. So it's already made a decision what it's going to do. Or in other cases that I just showed you, like in this one on the 21st, that Friday, the Wall Street Journal, it already knew what was about to happen. It's positioning itself to do it. Okay, so that's what I think is going on. And yeah, when I did that video yesterday, it was around 4-ish. Yeah, it was right here. Here's that red line. That's what I saw at the time I did the video. I was like, ooh, it's going down. It didn't curl up on me yet. Of course, I found out later that night. I was like, uh-oh, look at that. It's curling up. Wake up in the morning. Oh, look at that. It's still going up. See? So, all right. So that's that video. I'm sorry. That's these examples. Hope that makes sense. I'm sticking by that story. I think the CPI is cooked. I want to show you one more thing. Moving forward, now that I do think we have a short-term bottom in, and we have therefore a short-term trend reversal, I'm gonna be watching VIX every day, because today VIX did not Let me see. Go back to it. Let me, the 5 minute. Go up here and change this to VIX. Come on. There you go. Here we go. You see that big old huge gap? Huge gap down. I actually put in the notes of the channel of the outlook that I did this stock market outlook I did this morning. I said watch out. We need to see if VIX will today attempt to fill this gap. It started to, right there. See that? That's what I was talking about. Like, we need to see what VIX tries to do. Okay? Does it attempt to fill this gap that it left? If it is, that would be a flash crash on the markets, because that would require VIX to surge to at least what 26, 20, from its current position, if it's going to fill it today. I mean, it's down to 22, so shoot up to 26 at least. I think if it gets to 26, it's going to keep on going. It's not just going to, stop right up here. Okay, I'm good. Let's come on back down. Oh, no, 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 no. If you're already in that mode of surging, you're going to keep going. Okay? So it did not. That answered my first question that I left. It did not try to fill the gap today. So what that means is, as early as tomorrow, or it could be next week, or 2 weeks from now, or it could be around Thanksgiving, VIX is going to come back and it's going to collect its due. It's going to fill that gap. But now we don't know when. It could be, again, as early as tomorrow, but it could be at Thanksgiving, right? We don't know now. But what we do know is it's not today. That's what I want to show you. This is a good example of, on the 5 minute chart. Actually, I have it up here. Oops. Let's just get into this real fast. Okay. Left-hand side is TQQQ. Right-hand side is VIX, 5 minute chart. To the far right is VIX 1 minute chart. Okay. Now, let me see. Do I have that? Okay. All right. So you guys have been watching my videos. Definitely know me by now. This is the red line, but that's the EMA 50 on the 5 minute chart. Okay. I love it. Once again, it was telling. Time and time again. But once again, today, it told you what VIX was not going to do. And what I mean by that is VIX was not going to surge on us today. That's what I was wondering earlier when I said, is that going to fill that gap that it left behind today? The answer to my question was when it failed to retake the 5 minute EMA 50 line that you're seeing right here. That's right here, right there on the real-time chart. Because when I saw it coming up, see, I was like, oh, here we go. Right? I was looking over here. It's like, now you're getting closer to that gap. Are you gonna feel it? Right? It did not, thankfully. Okay. So let's go on back to that. I want to show you guys something. Okay, this is TQQQ. This is VIX. So I numbered the arrows so you can see the correlation. So pretty easy to understand. When TQQQ goes down, this is around in the afternoon, by the way. I just took a snippet of an example during the day, right? TQQQ goes down, the one leg or the one arrow. It's easy to understand. VIX goes up, right? Easy to understand that. Okay, so again, VIX 1 minute chart obviously is going to go up too. Now, this is the 2 arrow, right? When TQQQ goes up, VIX goes down. This number 2 leg is important because as you have also been hearing me in previous explained in previous videos, the candle body must clear. Guess what? Of course, the 5-minute EMA 50. It must, no exceptions. The candle body must clear the 5-minute EMA 50, or okay, in this case it's the 5-minute. But if you're talking about the EMA 50 on the 30-minute, EMA 50 on the 65-minute, or the 130-minute, or the 195-minute, it's all the same. So when I say EMA 50, it doesn't matter which time frame you're talking about. It's critical. It has to clear on the back test. So yesterday's video, I'd kind of doodled around. I doodled one of the scenarios that it exactly played out today on VIX, and this is what I'm showing you right now. Came up the number 1 leg. Number 2 failed the back test. See that? Because that candle right there straddles the EMA 50. That's failed. Honestly, as soon as I start seeing the candle, well, no, the best practice is you need to wait for that candle to close. You could start to see the candle build itself out, right? But I've seen it in the final minute reverse. I've seen it happen. In the final minute, boop, nope, it went positive. It started off red and started to build itself down. But then in the last 60 seconds of that 5-minute window, it wicks up and it went green. I was like, oh, you cheater. So in this case, it closed straddling the EMA 50. Soon as it closed and I saw this next candle start to build out, oh, that's it. That's it. You've lost. You've lost support of the EMA 50. VIX did. Okay, so up, back test, failed. It tries to come up, and then it went down. That red candle right there that straddles the EMA 50 is classic. It's going to fail. I already know that since it failed this back test, this next attempt to go up and hit right there, see that wick? It kissed the EMA 50, and now the EMA 50 is resistance. It was support up here, but it's now resistance, and now it's wicking and pushing it down, right? That's classic failure pattern. Let me show you the 1 minute because it's easier to visualize. I know the 5-minute, you're like, well, I only see like 1, 2, 3 candles here. How do you see all that? Because it's shown here on the 1 minute. Okay, up, down. So hopefully you can see through that. Up, down. It did see that little green candle. It tried to come back up, failed, down. Right? Okay. Down, 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 up, and then down again. Okay. So I want to point out to you guys something that's okay. So this is the 1-minute SMA 20 line. This gray line here. The 1-minute SMA 20 is exactly the resistance point of the 5-minute EMA 50. See how that wick kissed it perfectly? Right there on the 5-minute EMA 50? Right there. Well, you came up and kissed it perfectly on the 1-minute SMA 20. Hopefully you can see that green arrow right there. Yep, you kissed it perfectly and then you failed and went down. Okay, so on the 1-minute, the SMA 20 dominated. See that? Comes up, failed, back test, failed, back test, SMA 20 again, the gray line, failed. But on the 5-minute, it was the EMA 50 that dominated. The SMA 20 on the 5-minute was all the way down here, so it wasn't in play. Okay, so Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So every time it fails down here, like the two leg, well, that's when TQQQ or SPY or QQQ or Amazon, Apple, who cares? That's when number two goes up because you are going down and you're failing. So number three, you're gonna try to go up a little bit. This is the third leg up, number three leg up for VIX, but that results in a third leg going down as the back test for TQQQ. That's the back test. And since VIX in this case failed the third leg and is going making down the fourth leg, well, guess what? That's the fourth leg on TQQQ. Ooh, you're going up because VIX failed the back test. See that? So they are these movements are perfectly symmetrical. It's perfect symmetry, right? It's not an accident at all how it moves. It's just whether we can figure out, okay, which one of these lines is it using across which time frame, right? It's not every day it's the 5 minute. Tomorrow it could be the 30 minute. Tomorrow, the day after, it could be the 65 minute, right? So it's just you got to try to figure out which one of these is dominant. And I've seen it during the day change. It just changed, right? It's like, oh, well, it was 65. I guess now it's 30. So that's why I have all of these up at the same time, right? And I have another monitor that you can't see that I that I have the 130 and the 195 up, so I can just see everything in one shot. I don't have to um, look uh, uh, go back and forth between tabs, right? That's not that. No, I'm gonna miss something if I'm just clicking between tabs like this, like this, like this. No, I'm gonna miss something. It's just human nature. So I'd rather just see everything in one look. I can just look left, right, and that's it. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Here's extended hours right now, real time. Let's have a look here. Ooh, see? Oh, I'm sorry, that's VIX. Oh, ooh, VIX shot up in extended hours tonight. Look at that. I'll be darned. Let's oh, TQQQ. What's up with you? Ah, up and then kind of downish. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, here's see the MACD just collapsed. Boom. I'm not surprised. I mean, you've been crazy horse all day. The MACD on the 1 minute on the TQ. Look at that, just like a 45-degree angle. So, okay, guys, that's all I've got for you guys today. Hope you found it helpful. Gave you some conjecture, maybe a little conspiracy theory on the whole CPI thing. I think something's up, but whatever. I just go with the trend. I go with what's in front of me. So, just amazing how things can change in literally 24 hours. Complete 180-degree change. Right? So, well, we'll talk to you guys next time.